Okay, everyone, so welcome to the first game of the Sneak Attack Invitational. We've got Adam Hawkins playing Zoroark Banette, and we have Robert Kinbrum playing Rayquaza, just
Well,
Turbo Rayquaza.
yeah, just straight Rayquaza, one Latias, sorry,
Yeah,
and three Lele, I believe, and nothing else.
yep.
So it should be pretty interesting.
Going to be on
Quite,
Rob's perspective for the first game.
yeah, it's quite an interesting sort of kind of a Zoro deck that Adam's got here with Banette. Banette's not really the main focus. It's kind of like a Zoro control sort of build, but with the threat of Banette as the Rainbow Energy placement move, choice band KO Tapu Lele. We'll see if that
Yeah.
comes into play.
Also has other general uses. It can move damage counters throughout the game. It can just have good typing against decks other than Zoroark. It's
Yeah,
like
Buzzwole.
Buzzwole is a big one.
Yeah,
Any sort of Magnadel decks, and just has a solid attack for 1 energy.
yeah, really.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a Galissapod type finisher, but for 1 energy.
Yeah.
And yeah, other utility. It's also got the Decidueye GX type attack.
Yeah, it's got a really strong GX attack.
Yeah, really nice. Well, so there, Adam went first, did a classic kind of Bridget, hard Bridget, put a rainbow on a shop pit, and now Rob's turn.
Yeah, Rob's going to use an Acrobike. He's deciding between a Floatstone and a Super Rod.
Neither particularly nice, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think.
Gone.
Well, I was going to say, I think he wants a turn 1 like setup with the Latias. So the Floatstone's probably the thing to keep.
Yeah.
Just unfortunate. He's got another Super Rod also in hand. So
yeah. It's a pretty interesting hand. I think he's deciding whether to play the Ray because he has no energy in the discard.
I think he probably just should at this point. It'll be a bit unfortunate, but he's got Pow Pad. Oh, and there we go. Yeah. He actually got one. So.
He also has a lot of non-energy in his hand, so he's even more likely to hit an energy.
Yeah. So basically, all fine. I guess actually, more than the Latias turn, if Rob gets a turn 1 Rayquaza attacking, just takes a nice cheap prize on the Zoroark.
Yep.
So looks like that's what he's going for.
It's a pretty strong turn. Adam did mulligan 3 times, so Rob got quite a nice...
right, wow.
got quite a nice setup from that.
Yeah. So yeah, as we saw, he had a huge hand.
Yeah. So he's just going to get another Ray because he's got energy in the discard now. It's very safe.
Yeah, very nice sort of turn 1 Ray play here.
Yeah. Oh, he's discarded a Rayquaza.
Oh, a bit bad since the Super Rod went, but I think he's got the train rolling as such.
Yeah, a turn 1 KO is always good with the Rayquaza deck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially with follow-up turns.
It's like similar sort of in aggression with Buzzwole in that turn 1 knockout means that's one of the main things the deck can do above any others.
Yeah,
is that turn 1 going second, you take a nice cheap KO, take another cheap KO at some point, and then probably 2 GX KOs.
Yeah, I mean the deck's got quite a lot of strength going second because of the ability to KO, and it also has Latias to sort of get itself in the game turn-wise. So it just doesn't really mind going first or second.
No, not at all. Kind of, again, a bit similar to Buzzwole. Adam here grabbed Latios. I keep mixing those up. Sorry about that. He grabs that, he attaches DCE, and now he's doing the first shady move we're going to be seeing here. Quite nice. Just very nice, use of rainbow energy as well. Just pretty much all just goes together in a nice little package.
This is the strength of Latios and Adam's deck. With Zoroark, it lets you hit 2 Rayquazas for 30 damage each, and then with a choice band, Zoroark can KO both of them.
Yeah.
So it sets up nice numbers on Rob's main attackers and gives Adam a chance in this game.
Yeah, it's actually it's one of the reasons that card's in this deck is for the Rayquaza matchup.
Yeah, Adam's electing not to play Sylveon.
Yeah,
because I think he's decided that Latios helps against 2 matchups with Buzz and also against Rayquaza. and just obviously general utility.
Yeah, and I mean it's a good shout because I believe Adam's, other than DCE energy count, is 2 rainbow and a psychic. So
yeah,
you've got that lagoon flight.
Yeah, very real possibility against Buzz.
Yeah, it's yeah, a very nice build of the deck. You know, I sort of well, I have to say that because we're all here. No, but yeah, I quite intrigued by Rob's Ray list. I think yesterday or when I, you know, it was the first time I seen it built like this, like pure aggression, not even playing, say, an Oranguru. And yeah, I found that quite interesting. Obviously, it plays quite well then against Zoro builds.
Yeah, just super hyper aggressive, so Zoro struggles to keep up.
Yeah, and that could be a nice sort of you know, what do you call, well, meta call for this tournament.
Yeah.
The only thing is, if say he comes up against like a Hooper, he might have a bit of a struggle.
I'm pretty sure he has no chance against Hooper.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a certain matchup which will remain unnamed in this tournament if Rob goes against it. That was the first thing I thought. But anyway, I'll stop being cryptic. Let's see what Rob's doing here.
The other thing this deck really struggles against is Garbodor, because you burn so many items.
Yeah.
From turn 1, you can discard like 10 items. It's ridiculous.
You also don't have control over it,
yeah,
which is one of the worst things. I think I can't even. I think Rob played 13 or 14 items there, and I think here comes 15. Oh no, just the Dragon
to hold it.
He's like, no, I don't want Garb doing 300 damage. Okay, I just right. So he knocks out the Latios again. That Rayquaza's got some real strength in, you know, just 2 very cheap quick prizes, turn 1 and 2.
Yeah,
didn't have to do well. I mean, he had to play a lot of cards to get there, but the deck just sort of drew as you'd expect from one of these aggressive decks. And now Adam's got a bit of an uphill struggle on his hands. He grabs, is he taking N?
N, yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting from Rob that he didn't play the Elixir there. I don't know how much energy he has. I believe he's burned both his super rods as well, right?
Yeah, I think I saw him play the second one. So yeah, the Elixir there, I mean, he could then just have 2 fully powered Rayquazas ready to go.
Yeah. The reason he might have wanted to hold it is because he wasn't sure if he wanted to attach to Latias or the Rayquaza.
Yeah, that definitely makes some sense, because say now in this position, I think his next turn will probably be I believe it's called Dream Mist.
Dreamy Mist, I think.
Dreamy Mist, that's even better.
It's a great tag name.
Yeah, they've got some great names in this one. Adam there actually doesn't take a knockout.
Oh.
Because he hasn't got a full bench.
Yeah, he needs both a full bench and a DCE here for a KO.
Yeah. Oh, so he's got the DCE. Oh, no full bench. Not the end of the world, because he's got the Latios to recover, but
that's really painful.
Yeah, I was going to say, if Rob hits this Elixir, which he then does, that's actually a knockout from this Rayquaza.
Yeah.
Onto that Zoroark, which is really harsh, because that means it's just an extra. It just stayed alive another turn.
Oh, Rob elects to retreat there. I think he's trying to force Adam to need more and more each turn to conserve the energy on the board.
It means Adam needs basically the Latios to hit that, or 2 Banette movements, which currently the only damage is on Rob's side, so not great. But also, I mean, if he can just preserve it for another turn, then it actually stays. It also adds 90 damage, which is obviously very strong.
Yeah. Adam's not had what you'd expect from a Zoroark deck in terms of setup. He's had 1 Zoroark GX the entire game.
Yeah. So maybe he gets a couple more here. We'll have to see. Oh, there's one.
What do you think his win condition here is? Just sort of ending Rob out the game eventually?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a bit like a Zoroark control type deck, where one of your main win conditions is sort of slowing down your opponent or getting them to a point where they actually just can't take the final prize. Adam here, I'm not sure if he'll be able to get to that point, but with a nice N at the end, let's say, that could easily happen because, like I said earlier, Rob just plays no Oranguru.
Yeah.
And sort of, no other draw other than the Leles, but I believe 2 are down, so he's got one final one.
Yeah. I think Adam here has recognised he has to take a KO with Latias.
Yeah.
Rather than sacrificing a GX as well, because it gets rid of the energy and also makes it really hard for Rob.
Yeah.
To get a return KO.
He does a nice little parallel play there. Obviously, had he played parallel onto Rob's side, Rob would probably just clear up his own Rayquaza. But as it was, he played it onto his own side and as in the 3 bench, removing both his Leles, which were obviously kind of cheap end of game, prizes for Rob.
Yeah.
Which is now because Rob's left on 2 prizes. So
I think Rob's kind of got stuck a bit into autopilot mode here because sort of drawing a dead hand and mainly just attack. The only option he has maybe is to attack with Latias, but I think he just wants to go a bit all out here.
Yeah, I think considering the active Rayquaza, he'd have to remove 3 energy for that anyway, and I believe he'd only be putting 4 back on.
Yeah.
If I remember the Latias attack correctly, which really should have looked at before this game. But
wait, what did you think it did?
It's 1 for each Pokemon they have in play, or is it bench?
No, it's just to all of your dragon Pokemon on the bench.
Oh, your own dragon. So it would just be 3. So, and it would be 1 each. So actually, Rob would lose a fully powered Ray, except the furthest right one. So, in fact, I think just the KO here is probably Rob's strongest play.
Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, though, for Rob, Adam can N him to 1 and take a KO potentially.
Okay. So Adam, we'll have to see. I think Adam's going to actually want to remove his own parallel.
Yeah.
Fill up his bench, DC, and N. And then maybe.
He can still just attack with Banette potentially for a KO here. We're not really sure how many supporters in his discard. He's discarded 2, so.
Well, he just discarded, so I'm sure he's got loads in there. So he got a Oranguru, that Ultra Ball. Does that mean he has no more Leles?
I'm not sure.
I think I've seen 3 hit the discard. Because 2 went earlier.
Yeah. Potentially then.
Wow. This could be
over right here.
This could be. Oh no.
Rob also elected not to use the Field Blower on the Banette, so Adam makes it even harder for Adam to get a choice band on it as well.
Yeah, I think that was. The thing is, the Floatstone, he'll go back to a Zoroark and maybe take a KO, but the likelihood of that isn't very high anyway. And I think Rob's trying to save the blower, so if he needs to remove, say, Parallel or Choice Band or something like that.
I think Banette is the same difficulty to KO as Zoroark, right?
Yes, because unless Rob's playing Fury Belt, which, as we know, he isn't. Adam actually had a Rescue Stretcher, so he got 1 Lele back.
It's interesting to see what he goes for, though.
Yeah. No, I'd advocate probably the N is the right call.
Yeah.
Hard to say. He'd need to.
He might be considering getting a Mallow just to ensure a KO here.
Yeah, the KO is actually very, very important here. And, well, obviously he isn't privy to Rob's hand, but we can see, I think Rob does have 1 Lele left with the Ultra Ball he's got. No, it's in his discard. So that could be actually quite strong. He did take the Mallow.
Yep, he took the Mallow. I think he just wanted to ensure the KO.
Yeah. And good thing he played the Evo Soda before the Mallow.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Or
He's traded this turn.
yeah, but he's Evo Sodaing into another Zoroark. I think is his.
I think that Evo Soda didn't get a Zoroark.
Oh.
As in, I'm looking through.
Yeah, I think he traded this turn. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh dear.
I think
Yeah,
he might have praised Zoroarks there.
Oh no. Well, that was I guess Ray is
yeah.
1-up.
Yeah, that's a quick game from Ray. So we'll
Yeah.
switch over to Adam, give him some
Okay.
love. And
so we'll be viewing this one now from Adam's perspective.
yeah. So strong showing from Ray shows like just how much pressure it can put on from turn 1.
Yeah. I think it's one of those decks, if you're expecting a field full of Zoroark, then yeah, maybe Ray is the play.
Super aggressive deck, really consistent as well, which I think is important.
So I believe yeah, good. I was going to say I believe they have in place the loser picks, so that's good. Otherwise we would have maybe seen a repeat.
Adam's hand, not so great.
No,
oh boy.
He has Zoroark or Evo Soda, but he needs to. Oh dear.
Would you have liked to see him just use a puzzle there?
Yeah, actually, I think the puzzle would probably been the right call. Even just you know, if Project was in the top 3, which considering the deck plays 4 isn't unlikely.
Yeah, I mean,
just set up.
Yeah, even if it was just a Lele or a Ultra Ball.
Yeah.
He's got some nice discards in his hand of Ultra Ball as well. This is really dire for Adam, though. If Rob gets a setup like he did last game, this might be a quick 2-0.
Do you think? So let's see what's Rob's got. Rob's got. Okay, so he's playing the Lele.
Oh, he got an N with Lele.
That's really weird. I mean, that's interesting.
I think the deck only plays 1 N, 1 Cynthia.
Oh, right. So maybe it's Cynthia's prized.
I'm guessing Cynthia's prized, and he values his hand way too much. Oh, okay, no, he's just filling his deck.
Right, so literally he's just grabbing the end, just a thin.
It's interesting.
That's nice. Yeah, no, I actually think that's probably here the right call. There's a nice little face from Rob there. Probably the right call considering how he's going to play out this game is just be really aggressive. But Adam's top card was an Ultra Ball.
Oh wow.
So... okay, so let's see how. Okay, so he's playing the Evo Soda instead of putting the Zoroark just down. Maybe he's getting the Banette.
I'm not sure.
We know there are 0 supporters in his discard right now.
Yeah.
That we know. But
that's really interesting. I think he's recognized Rob's board is very weak.
Yeah. So, or hand maybe, because Rob did nothing after.
So I think he's just hoping for a bit more stability in terms of denying prizes here, because he wants to force a Latios to attack.
Yeah. Do you think he's going to get Cynthia here with this?
Yeah. I don't think there's any better supporter to get at the moment.
Yeah. I think if, say, that extra card in his hand wasn't a puzzle, say, he maybe could have got a Project, discarded that extra non-puzzle card with a trade, but it was a puzzle, so that's moot.
Potentially, yeah. I think even then, I think he might just want to ensure he doesn't get any dead turns against Rob.
Yeah.
Even if his board's a bit weaker.
Okay.
So I think Adam doesn't want to discard Bridget here because he wants Zero's down.
Yeah. I mean, he could just fill his bench with those other Pokemon in his hand, but then he has space for one more Zero, and that's just not ideal at all. So yeah, we just see it past there. Actually, quite nice play there from Adam, in my opinion. Which just like taking it slow, not being too eager. Going, I could just fill this bench. Maybe I trade into. Actually, no, I believe he had traded already, hadn't he?
He traded the Guzma just then.
Yeah. So not thinking, maybe I could just try and get a 120 and then later move 10 from the Banette. But no, he just decided, no, I won't do any of that. I'll just wait, keep project, slow down a little bit.
I think he recognizes that his best shot is setting up a late game board plus N.
Yeah, I think that's Zoroark versus Ray, sort of maybe in a nutshell.
Especially since he doesn't play Sylveon, so he can't just get a free KO whenever he needs it. On a Ray, in particular.
Yeah. So I think Rob probably knows there is no Sylveon in this build.
Yeah. Rob and Adam on the same team.
Yeah.
Both on Sneak Attack, so they know each other's lists.
Probably card for card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People in this tournament don't know each other's lists.
No.
But because they're teammates, they just happen to.
Okay, so they were submitted anonymously, so that is... Oh, so he only had one energy in his discard there, Rob, so...
Oh, no, he's... Oh, yeah. That's interesting.
So the dreamy mist didn't do too much. Another thing now is actually the damage is probably not so great because Adam can just move 1 point of it.
That's true.
Retreat his Banette and take a knockout on the Latias. Though that is Rob's only non-GX attacker in the deck, so it's kind of a wasted prize as such.
Yeah, it's more to delay setup rather than to take prizes. I think Adam wants to just... Because he's recognizing Rob's drawing a bit slow here, so he wants to stop any sort of setup with Latias throughout this game.
And did you see last turn, Rob? I believe both Super Rods went.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and maybe a Rescue Stretcher as well. But my memory ain't so sharp.
Rob only plays 2 Rod, 1 Stretcher, which is quite interesting. I think most elect to go for 2 Stretcher and maybe 3 Stretcher.
Yeah. And no Super Rod because the idea is to Latias back that energy and even Rayquaza it back. But I can see the use of the Super Rod with Max Elixirs.
Yeah, I think Rob's version is so aggro that you can, the turns you Stretcher, you can Super Rod and then just get the card out of your deck with like Sycamore's aggro bikes, Treasures, Ultra Ball, so you can afford to do that.
Yeah, and of course just having the 1 Stretcher is, a guarantee now and then.
Yeah.
So Rob probably with 5 energy is not taking a KO. So there's a track and break.
This game has turned completely around for Adam. From a dead start to this.
I think, honestly, I think a lot of that's in Adam's, recognizing Rob's sort of poor start, poor setup, and just taking it a bit slower. The trading away the Guzma instead of the Bridget was really telling of that, in my opinion.
Well, here's an Acerola, so all that damage gone, and he also gets an extra trade, which is nice.
Oh, and wow. Okay, Rob just concedes the game, so maybe it's a time issue. They are only 23 minutes in, I believe. So
yeah, it's very odd they'd scoop that early, especially Rayquaza. That deck can win a game in 10 minutes, as we've seen.
I don't think there as well that Adam was actually knocking one out. So if Rob was able to get an NG and an Elixir next turn, that could have been a knockout back on the Zoroark. But he opted to scoop that. Just have a game where he's going first, see if he can get a different setup.
Yeah, we'll swap back to Rob, by the way.
And we'll swap back to Rob.
Yeah. So I think he may have also realized. I mean, we also don't know what was in Rob's hand, so he might have just been completely dead and didn't want to waste more time.
So nice little thing here actually is with the Tapu Lele and the Rayquaza in hand, Rob's preferred starter is the Tapu Lele because the Rayquaza's come into playability that strong that everyone's always like, oh no, I started Tapu Lele, and Rob's just like, that's fine, I get to play Rayquaza.
This is honestly one of the decks where it's your preferred starter.
Yeah. Even the Latias is quite good as well.
Yeah.
Depending on your opening turns. That's very nice elixir hit there. He just got 3 energy on that Rayquaza.
Yep, and he's still
Nice.
going.
Yeah.
That was pre-Sycamore, and that's a hand of 3 mysterious treasures.
That is a very shiny hand. 3 mysterious treasures. I assume goes for another Rayquaza. Does he have 1 more energy in the discard? I believe
he Ultra Ball 2 away turn 1.
2, yeah. Okay, so let's see. Oh, and 1 more lightning went in anyway, so yeah. That's fine. Another interesting thing actually is a lot of people seem to play something like Tapu Koko GX in this deck, just as a one-time come in and take a knockout thing with the GX. Rob's not even playing that. Basically, his only GX attack is Tempest, and I don't think we're going to be seeing him using it in this game.
It has some use maybe late game if you have a dead start, but yeah, usually you're not using it. If you're using it,
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
It was interesting. Rob decided to. He nearly used Lele before the. Oh, he is using it now. He's using it before the Ray to, I think, get a supporter out to increase energy odds.
Yeah, also to guarantee having the supporter.
Yeah, also guarantee not discarding the supporter.
Yeah.
So some heads up plays from Rob.
Nice, yeah. I mean, that's why he's a Nats champ, right?
But I think Ray a lot of the time just has a lot of little micro decisions to improve your odds as much as possible throughout the game with like elixirs, getting energy of Rayquaza, just thinning your deck well as well.
Yeah, like that play there, I think, that was quite nice because really, I mean, he's got a Guzma in hand. He probably doesn't want to just straight discard that with Sycamore. Sycamore's a 4-off count, so that's the supporter he'd most likely have with Lele. Yeah. He wanted the Cynthia just to make sure he had a draw out.
So Adam's turn finished so quickly, we didn't even get to talk about it. He just bridgeted and passed.
Yeah, I mean that's still a solid Zoro turn. He actually didn't. It wasn't a Lele even. It was just a hard project, which is very nice. And then Rob's turn finished so quickly. We're behind by 1 turn.
Adam actually gets 2 Zoroarks out.
Hey, there we
evolves
go.
Both of the bench ones.
So why do you think he's doing that as opposed to the active? Do you just think he's hedging his bets against not getting an attack this turn, just in case?
Potentially, yeah. It's hard to say again without knowing his hand. There's a lot of possible plays. He might want to put a float stone on a Zorua rather than a Zoroark to retreat into a Latios this turn if he can.
The Latios is his ideal, turn 1 attack really, or turn 2 in this case, obviously. So he plays Cynthia. Let's see what follows. A Shuppet goes down.
This is interesting. He only plays 1 float stone in the deck, I think. It's quite important. So
I guess hedging his bets against maybe just getting another Zoroark anyway.
Yeah. He also didn't have a double colorless, so maybe he just wanted to. If he missed a double colorless, he didn't want to sacrifice a Zoroark.
Yeah. So he gets another Zoroark into play and then trades away the ever useless E-Hammer in this matchup.
Yeah, a completely dead card in this matchup.
Yeah.
Apart from using his trade fodder.
Yeah. It is nice sometimes, I guess. Like, there's one of the main strengths of Zoroark is having trade fodder in matchups like this, where it's like, I have enhanced hammer. Well, thank God that's still useful in some way. Oh, is that a double puzzle we're seeing?
I'd assume so.
Yeah. Double puzzle. Okay. So got the Zorua and Cynthia. Oh, he's got float stone. He got his 1 float stone then.
Oh my god.
He's doing Adam. This is such an Adam play.
He's gone for the Adam play of confusing Rayquaza. If you don't know Adam, this you should be able to see it on the international stream where he sleep flipped I think it was Stefan like 7 turns in a row or something stupid.
That was rather rude. Yeah, he always likes finding those little outs.
Yeah.
Does our Adam.
This is a really interesting play as well though, because now Rob has to either flip or pass, and if he flips tails, that sets him up in range of a Zoroark KO.
Yeah.
So I think with his hand, he just has to go for it.
Oh boy! Oh, that was well. I mean, it's also it's the sheer surprise.
Yeah.
I guess against those so-called Adam plays that you're like, well, I so much was not expecting that I'm not exactly sure what to do now.
Yeah.
And it can often lead to, say, maybe a small misplay. I don't think it was in this case. I think
I think it was correct to attack. I mean,
I think so.
It goes on to 4 prizes as well then.
Yeah.
It's just it's 50-50 at the end of the day. It wasn't.
Yeah.
That was a really smart play from Adam though. He recognized Rob's bench is full. I think he lost 2 Guzmas at that point as well. So odds were Rob didn't actually have a Guzma out in his hand.
And he'd have to have the energy as well, really.
Yeah.
So because Rob's bench is 3 Leles, so yeah, no, very nice little techie plays. I think we're going to see a lot of those throughout this tournament because we're commentating some of the best players in the UK, or at least some of the highest ranking players.
Yeah. Some of the best players in the UK, plus Adam.
I was going to say I don't want to be acting like I'm having favourites.
Yeah.
See, an interesting thing here is Rob with the Acrobite gets Guzma.
Yeah.
But for what?
He doesn't have energy.
Yeah, he'd need the energy as well.
If anything, this is a really harsh discard for him because he really wants to Sycamore this hand, I think, because he has nothing. So
yeah, he doesn't. So really, maybe he wants to save that Super Rod for when this Rayquaza dies, which will be now.
Yeah.
But then, of course, he wants 7 energy to maybe even take a knockout.
Oh no, wait, he is taking a knockout because of the choice band, right?
Ah, of course, yeah. So actually,
it's upside down, so it's hard to notice.
Yeah, no, maybe he would be. Oh, okay. Only the
he's
one
just going for it.
Super Rod. Okay. So you think he's probably going to flip again? I'm not sure.
That's the play I was thinking. Okay. He could have hit both the Field Blower and the Float Stone.
Yeah. And of course, then the extra energy means there's 7 total.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good call.
We'll see if he recognizes it though. He still has to.
Yeah. Okay, so he's getting the energy down onto the other ray, get onto that ray as well. So 8 total. One thing I do like actually about Rob's sort of board here, I guess, is Parallel is not strong against him at all. He's just like, I'll remove 2 Leles, thanks, friend.
A common play for Zoroark is usually to sort of Guzma, a Lele, and then Parallel. Yeah. And even now, that doesn't hurt Rob because he has 3 Leles.
I think that was a good turn from Rob. The Acrobike initially is a real shame that it was a Guzma because he just kind of wanted to get rid of both the cards he found.
Yeah.
And so the Super Rod being played was because it was in his hand with the Sycamore, basically.
Yeah.
One thing now, though, this does give Adam a potential. He's got a bench spot.
Yeah.
So he maybe can get that Latios, finish off the Rayquaza on the bench, poke the active one as well. Of course, though, that means that would put Rob on 5 energy. And he can then kill the Latios, go down to 2 prizes, and then all that's left is to kill a Zoroark or a Lele.
I think that was the strongest turn Rob could have hoped for there.
Yeah.
And it was really good he recognized the Field Blower Float Stone play.
Yeah. It's as someone commentating these games, it's always nice where off the top of my head when I see someone doing something, I'm like, I have no idea what they're doing, and then they show me up by doing an amazing play like that. So yeah, kudos to Rob for that. Very nice play. So what do you think Adam is looking for here?
I think he's looking. It's really hard to say.
So there goes a rescue structure.
I really hope he's not going for the Zorua play again. Okay.
Well, he did put Zorua back in the deck.
Yeah, I think an interesting thing to note with Adam's deck is that most of these Zoroark Banette decks, they just elect to use 4 Ram ones. I think it's Ram
Right.
or Stampede
Yeah.
or something like that.
It's the double colorless attacker.
Yeah. Adam really likes this sort of text. Okay, he's not going for it.
He's going for the unfortunate, well, 120 hit on the Rayquaza for a KO, but I guess that's probably.
This isn't too bad for Adam. Needed. It still means Adam has Robert still has to hit an energy and an extra energy or a choice band, but I mean.
So I think Rob has that with the rescue stretcher.
Yeah.
Because he can just take the Ray.
Yeah, he had it with the rescue stretcher and I think the choice band. I mean, like, as in one or the other.
Yeah. So he's got more. That's another Guzma, unfortunately. But I think this is probably Rob's game.
Yeah.
It's I guess we should wait just a little more, see what happens. But
I think I'm trying to think what Adam can really do here. He can't even do the confusion play because it'll be down to 1 prize and Rob can just retreat.
Yeah. Oh boy. Well, Rob there holding that acro bike, probably smart call. He wants, just in case of a really dodgy, say, N.
Yeah.
I think he knows Adam's list and it not playing a counter catcher. So
yeah,
probably at least if I remember that correctly. I do apologize to anyone watching. My memory awful, but
Rob interestingly didn't attach to the Rayquaza with 1 energy. So
okay. Do you think there's potential there for Adam to bring that up, say a Guzma?
I think that's Adam's best chance. I'm not sure.
If he checks Rob's discard pile, he can see, I think 2 have gone, maybe 3.
3 what?
Guzmas. For Rob, sorry. I
think 3.
I thought that. Yeah, I think 3 have gone for Rob. I'm not completely sure, but if so, that means Rob basically has to hit his last one for game, and assuming he's going to do that in 1 turn, most likely not. And it gives Adam a turn of breathing room if Adam can hit that Guzma. So Adam does a couple of trades, a few trades even. There goes that E-Hammer again. Probably not what he's thinking about, thinking, oh man, I'm glad this E-Hammer's trade fodder. Okay, so see quite a lot of supporters in discard for Adam as well, which speaks to the Banette plays. Oh, it's got double puzzle. Or at least I think it is. I can never tell on PTCGO if it's single or double.
I think a potential out might involve Guzmaring. No, never mind, because he'd need to have a rainbow on it as well. This is really hard.
Okay, so Adam's gone for the Flare Grunt. Maybe just hoping Rob doesn't have energy.
Oh, a Flare Grunt. Yeah.
We can see Rob's hand.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for Adam, Rob does indeed have energy. But it was a nice little shout.
Yeah, I think there's just so little Adam could do there.
Yeah.
Missing a Latios turn there meant he couldn't attack with anything on the last turn of the game either.
Yeah.
So.
Rather unfortunate for him, but rather fortunate for Rob. And Adam moves to the losers bracket.
Yeah. Adam's not out of the tournament. He can still make a run through the losers bracket. You need to lose twice to be knocked out completely.
And let's be honest, this was a very bad matchup for him.
Yeah.
It's the reason Rayquaza could be making some waves at Worlds, really, is for the amount of Zoroark we expect.
Okay. Do you want to unmute them and do...
Yep. Shall we bring them back in?
All right.
Okay, and so we're talking to both the competitors of the last game, Rob, who won, and the other guy, Adam. So, Rob took Rayquaza. You decided to play Rayquaza for this. What was your thinking of that?
I was just scared a lot of people were going to play Buzzrock. and I thought it would be a bit of a boring tournament if there was like 3 or 4 Buzzrocks in the tournament, and I thought to just spice things up. New deck, new cards, got a little bit of hype, and I had been working on the list for quite a while. And the police are after this deck. Like, this deck is bad.
They really are.
It's bad,
I think it was a nice idea. Yeah, the Buzzrock mirrors, that wouldn't be fun. So, Adam, you decided. That was decided/opted. So you opted to play Zoroark Banette. Quite an interesting build as well. Very much like Zoro Control with Banette. Do you want to talk about that list a little bit?
Yeah, so it's kind of a lot of people are worried about Banette and Zoroark because Banette's weak to Dark. So it's kind of like, well, if you go against another Zoroark variant, you're just going to lose because you've got Banette. So if you don't play a more control variant of it, you're just going to lose all your Zoroark games very easily. So yeah, we had to go for a more control build to do that. But you still want to be able to utilize Banette enough to improve your Buzzrock matchup. That's why it has the Team Flare, Grunt, Delinquent, and stuff like that.
Yeah, very nice build. Ben, any particular questions?
Or do you want to tell us a bit about yourself, Rob? Because why are you invited here?
I'm invited here because people with higher CP weren't in the chat where we do this tournament. So I managed to make 8th spot, which meant I had to play Adam because he's got the highest CP in the UK. So I was just like, you know what? That's easy. It's Adam. It's like, he might have the highest CP in the UK, but yeah, he's easy. That's it. That's it, really. It's just, I wasn't worried at all. I was worried. He thought I was going to play Buzzrock. So
yeah, just to clarify, me and Rob do test a lot, so we were chatting before this tournament, and I kind of got the impression he's going to play Buzzrock because I thought he wanted to keep the Rayquaza list secret before Worlds. He suddenly changed his mind last minute.
Well, Rob, I can actually add a little bit to your biography if you're okay with that.
Go for it.
So you're obviously not only here just because you were a person with CP in that chat above others. You also have got Worlds invite this year. You've performed consistently quite well this year as well. I mean, in the past, you've also been our Nats champ. I'm not sure if you remember that one.
It's in my CV, so it's always a nice little reminder.
As it should be. Actually, same year, you I believe you were 1 game off. I think it was the win and in for Worlds, wasn't it?
Yeah, I played against Sami Sukum, who's actually the sponsor of this tournament, Sneak Attack Invitational 2018. But yeah, I was 1 game away. It was bitter irony that I beat him in the UK finals to lose my win and in against him in my very first Worlds. So.
But yeah, that was a good 5 years ago, and you're still going strong now, still managing to get a Worlds invite. You've got Worlds day 1, so don't feel bad just because Mr. Old Adam here is with his a billion CP.
Oh no, it's okay. I did day 1 purpose. Wanted to give the other people a chance. Yeah, exactly. Give people like our Adam Hawkins, Seb Simmons. He's not that great, but he got in because of me, I'd like to think. I didn't attend as many tournaments as him, and I think if I attended all of them, he might not have made it. So
fair.
It's very kind of you, Rob, actually.
No worries. I'll do this year in, year out.
Rob is known as a kind soul in the community.
Now, Adam as well, a little bit about yourself.
Oh, I'm afraid we don't have time for Adam. We're going to have to move on to the next.
To be fair, I don't think we do have time. He's got so many wins under his belt, regionals, nationals when he was younger. He's been playing the game since he could play the game before he could actually walk. It wasn't even out then. That's how far ahead of him.
That is true.
But I wouldn't mind to hear like some of Adam's history.
So I've been playing. Well, we started in 1999 when they had the Poke Tour come around. That was at the Millennium Dome back then. That was cool. Joined a league in 2002, 2003, and it was like me, my dad, Sammy, his brothers.
Sammy, as in the sponsor,
Sammy
of this Invitational, Sneak Attack Games. Okay.
Actually, excellent shout out there as well, because I mean, it's your dad who kind of kept you going there, and I know that Sammy was big player at your league back in that
Oh,
day.
yeah.
So
We
awesome
claim
it's still
every
going.
win he gets as part of the North London League. Just out of interest.
Well, he can claim every win you get now as part of the Sneak Attack League. So you know, what goes around comes around, Adam. But I mean, yeah, you've been playing since nearly 20 years, and even then, this year you're still going strong. Want to talk a little bit about some achievements this year?
So this year started off very slow. The first internationals was the first almost big finish, which is where I bubbled out of top 128. But then after that, coming January, I top 8'd Leipzig regionals, which was around 350 people, I think. Took that, started to get CP, started to get close to my invite, which is good. Went on a month later to then win Malmo regionals with Zoro Weaver, which we never got around to a video on. We should probably done that at some point. And then
coming soon, guys. Coming soon. Video coming soon.
Coming soon on the Malmo regionals, yes. But then after that, didn't do a lot. Just top 32'd a few regionals here and there.
Didn't do a lot. Just top 32. You know, got paid some money for doing that.
It's a normal weekend for Adam.
Yeah. And
well, that's one of the things. If you go to a regional when you're traveling abroad, getting top 32 is just enough to cover your costs, so you can kind of be happy with that as the baseline. If you make top 32, you're really happy.
Yeah.
Don't forget your top 4 though. Yeah, top 4.
And then, then the big one.
Oh yes. So then North American Internationals. Me and Ryan booked that on our way back from Stuttgart regionals. Kind of thinking we want to stay in top 22. We don't know what's going to happen because it was before Sheffield had happened and everything. So we just want to stay in top 22. It's fine. Booked that. Went there. Thought, okay, what am I going to play the day before? Played Malamar. Yeah. Asked Ben at last minute, the night before, should I change this one card? And he's just like, I don't care, whatever. So I just kept the same list.
Literally 60 cards the same. Yeah. No,
so,
you've you've had how many Worlds invites as well?
I've only missed 3 years that Worlds has been on officially Worlds.
Okay. So how many is that?
2012 and 2010.
Adam can top 4 NAIC,
2013.
but he cannot top 4 a straight answer. How many Worlds is that?
So it started in 2004 and this is 2018. Missed 4 years, so I've got 10 Worlds invites.
Let's call it 11. So excellent. If it started in 2000 and whatever it was, then that would have been so there'd be 15 so far. Because 2004 counts as one of them. Anyway.
Oh yes,
Besides the point, 11 Worlds. That's insane. Been performing very well, like highest scoring UK player this year. Just like you sort of beaten out Seb and Ryan for that title this year.
Oh yeah. So Seb was the top UK player for quite a while. It was kind of him and Ryan were fighting over it throughout the year. Then Seb won Sheffield Regionals. We're like, Seb's like the top UK player, but Ryan could still overtake him at NIC. I wasn't really a contention for that. And then poor Seb, we pushed him out of top 16.
Out of top 16 as well?
Yeah.
Oh,
I avenge you, Seb. I avenge you. I don't know. I'll avenge you.
Okay. You'll avenge him, Rob. But, thanks very much for...
okay.
Oh, sorry. Do you have more questions?
Well, I was going to say to both Rob and Adam, Rob first, do you have any decks that you're scared of in this tournament, or any people in particular you don't want to face?
No, not really any people. Like, everyone's really the same. They're all a bunch of bones and skin and other stuff. I just hope my opponent wears deodorant, I guess. As for decks, I don't know what I'm playing yet. If I was playing Rayquaza, I'd be afraid of anything with Hooper, anything with Garbodor.
You are playing Rayquaza.
I'm not.
For this tournament.
Oh, for this tournament? Oh, we're talking about Worlds. Whoa.
That's what I was saying. Like, you've already played against Adam. You've got no worries about deodorant anymore.
That deodorant joke doesn't make sense anymore now. For this tournament, so I was getting away. We were just talking about Worlds, and that was what's on my mind, I guess, at the moment. But for this tournament, anything fairy, I guess. Garbodor, Hooper, that were just, all three of those are absolutely devastating.
What if it was fairy and it played Hooper?
I'll be very embarrassed if there was some guy playing that, and obviously I'm going to lose to it, but that shouldn't be a deck.
Well, we can tell you that 2 people are using that deck.
Wait, with Hooper and Xerneas?
I think one doesn't have Hooper.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, I should. I guess I don't know who it is, but still.
No, we said nothing else. We said Fairy and Hooper. For all you know,
true.
I'm
assumed
talking.
Xerneas.
For all you know, I'm talking about Hooper EX and Mega Gardevoir. So
yeah,
of course.
I think that'd be a worry for Rob as well, actually.
Any
EX as well.
Any players in particular, Rob? Or do you
plays?
You want to avoid, or do you just not mind?
Any players? Oh yeah, because any players? No, not anyone. It's just like it just gets easier from here, I guess. Like I said, it's like who's in this tournament? We've got number 1 CP, number 2, number 3. That's fine. It's just a number at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I believe the winner of our bracket, do they play the winner of Seb and his opponent?
It should be the winner of...
You're 1 and 8, so it should be the winner of 4th and 5th.
Which we are seeing today, I believe. That's Scott and Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
maybe.
So you'll play the winner of Scott and Joe.
Scott would be hard, I guess. Scott would be hard, but Joe, he just outplays himself. So it's like...
Should be easy pickings.
It should be easy pickings.
Okay. And
thanks for that, Rob.
And Adam, you're one win away from being eliminated completely from the tournament. Wait, one loss away. One loss away from being eliminated completely. 1 win of your opponent. There we go.
Are there any decks or match or people you wouldn't like to play against for that potential losing out round?
Well, the decks I'm very scared of with this deck are Zoroark playing basic fighting because I can't remove energy from them to keep the Lycanroc under control, and probably Zoro Control, just because they have so much stuff they can. If they get the full lock on you going at the end, you don't have enough resources to keep going. You don't have the Team Rocket's handiwork and stuff like that, so you can't always keep up.
I actually couldn't remember if you played Team Rocket's handiwork, and at one point in the game, Rob's deck was quite low, and I had in the back of my mind, is there some sort of deck out, Adam starting?
Was that game 3?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, that's why Super did.
Ah, right. Sorry, Ben, were you going to ask Adam something?
No.
I sort of just decided to say that stuff.
No. No. I think it's all good.
Okay, excellent.
Anything else? Any closing comments from anyone, or are we good?
Only thing is, good luck to Rob for his next few games.
Oh, he's so nice when he wants to be.
Yeah, Adam actually has to try quite hard to be not nice. He manages quite well sometimes, but he actually has to put in a lot of effort.
No, thank you. I'd say good luck to you, but in my predictions, I had you losing, so I kind of want to keep that run going. Like being knocked out the first in eliminations. So.
Well, he tried to be nice.
Yeah.
I wish you the best of luck, though.
That's what you expect in a team. We do want each other to do well, but
sometimes the memes are better.
Yeah, if you've got a bet and you're like, I bet Adam will lose this game, you can sit there going, come on, Adam, come on, just don't hit Moonless Man.
But the thing is, this motivates him, like, knowing that he performs best when he's the underdog and when he wants to prove people wrong. So
that is absolutely true.
I should have probably told him my prediction, because then he's just gonna you know what he's gonna do, the streak. He's gonna go from the first round losers bracket and just win it.
He could do.
I'd be happy with that regardless of what your predictions were.
Whoa. So,
okay.
So we got some fighting talk.
Yeah.
All
right. I think that wraps up the interview. I want to say thank you to Sammy Sakum and Sneak Attack Games for helping us run this tournament and providing prize support. And then obviously Adam and Rob for taking part. and Jake for commentating.
I was here.
So thanks.
Yeah, absolute thanks to everyone watching as well.